If I were to explain manifestation to you, then it can be summed up in only one line or this one question, which is, what would my life be like if X, Y, and Z got manifested? It is very simple, yet our human minds complicated. If you want to manifest a specific person, then this question must be in your mind. How would my life be if X person was already in a relationship with me? This simple question reveals many things about manifestation. It reveals the very famous concept explained by our lovely teacher, Neville Goddard. The concept is to live from the end of your desire. When I first heard about it, everything clicked for me. In 2017, I first learned about the law of attraction by watching the movie The Secret. Well, it was a good place to start for me, but later, when I got more intensely into these teachings and meditation, I got introduced to the teachings of Neville Goddard. Reading his books, watching the videos about him, and listening to his lecture gave me confidence. Something clicked within me, and I manifested many things. There were many encounters where I tested the law and proved it, but the one that I considered huge was manifesting a hug from a specific person that I had at the time. I have mentioned this in my previous videos as well. I considered it huge because I manifested coins, chocolates, and dates with other people. But this specific person was something else. There were a lot of uncommon things between us. The first time I saw her, I had this desire for her, which manifested itself by only imagining her. Things were going smoothly, but then I became aware of the differences and how nothing will be all right in the future. All went bad from that point on. I manifested a third party, my self-concept was at its lowest, and terrible things happened. But then I learned about this law of assumption, and before it, my situation was such that the specific person wouldn't talk to me. Everything was not in my favor at that time, but I persisted in this short imagined scene of hugging her at a particular spot. Every morning when I woke up, I imagined this scene, and after a few days, it became a reality. When it happened, I was shocked, and my first reaction was, I did it. After that, things became smooth for me. I didn't doubt the law and moved on with my life. Then I let her go because there were lots of differences that I would have to change to be with her. But I simply let it go because I had many more opportunities. I'm telling you this because living from the end was the only way that helped me to manifest it. When I imagined the scene occurring, my ideas, assumptions, and thoughts were solely based on the assumption that it did occur. I began living from the very end. I would ask myself when things bothered me, how would my life be if I manifested my SP? Asking this simple question started giving me ideas and made life easier for me from then on. I would admit that when we are introduced to such knowledge, we must have self-control, and things should come to us from a place of love. Otherwise, we may also manifest some events that would be hurtful. I manifested some disasters too, which are too personal, but I rectified them. All I am asking from you is to use this knowledge from the place of love. Some channels will claim that people are robots, and you're slaves. I would say this is not true, because everyone is you pushed out. If you refer to others as slaves, you are the first slave or robot. So, use this knowledge wisely for the causes that are good and beneficial. Living from the end of having what you want is simply manifesting. I have said this again and again in every video of mine. You can have anything you want, as this world is just an illusion of the mind. This physical world is just like a wave. A wave is nothing but the water that is rising and then falling. And this phenomenon repeats. But, in the end, it is just water and nothing else. So, what is it that you want? Is it a job, a house, a specific person, a car, a friend with benefits? Whatever it is, give it to yourself tonight. Introduce yourself to it in your imagination. Experience it right now and here. Simply touch the car, sit in it, feel the leather, grip the steering wheel, and inhale the fragrance. Make yourself familiar with it. Living from the end would be extremely easy. If you want a friend with benefits, touch, kiss, and feel them, their warmth, breath, lips, and hair, and listen to their voice. Just do it tonight. Repeat it again and again till you feel satisfied. You will get there. There is nothing that is impossible in this world. If you strive for it, you can make it possible. You are the creation itself, not just a piece of creation. You only push yourself into something every day, then you find something else and move towards it. You are constantly shifting from one state to another, and your dominant state is determining your life. Viewing yourself as a loser will make you lose even at the things you are good at. If I could at this very moment imagine myself into a state, any state at all, and dwell in it, if I remain in a state, I will resurrect it and objectify it in my world. But I have to select it and enter the state. If the spectator could enter into any of these states in his imagination, approaching the state on the fiery chariot of his contemplative thought, what would it be like if it were true? How would I feel if I were now the man that I would like to be? How would I know that I could become it? Ask yourself this, and you are released from your present limitations. So, I hope this video helped you in some way. Do tell me what you think about it. Subscribe because I post these videos regularly. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.